Hey guys, so I wanted to do a video about the Arch of Baal because I haven't seen many people, talking about this. Well, they are putting another Arch of Baal up in Washington, D.C. coming September 26th. Now, I don't know what you guys know about this, but, they have completely turned America into Babylon. It is just absurd that they are putting these arches everywhere. They already have bulls everywhere in America. Now they're putting these arches up. We've already got one in New York. Now they're putting one up in Washington, D.C. This is just completely and totally absurd to me. But, anyway, you guys, I wanted to touch on this observatory that they have shut down, and I want to give you guys my input on it, but let's watch this right fast.
Why? The facility, located about 15 miles south of Cloudcroft, was evacuated yesterday for security reasons. ABC 7's Mauricio Casillas spent the day at the observatory searching for answers. He's live with Observatory only on ABC 7. Mauricio.
Estella, we know that the FBI is the agency that evacuated the facility, but no one seems to know what exactly is going on. Absolutely empty. The Sunspot Observatory, a tourist spot and research facility, taped off. When we were there, we didn't see anyone going in or out. No one. Officials with the observatory are tight-lipped.
We have decided to temporarily vacate the facility as a precautionary measure, and we're working with the proper authorities on this issue.
Even local law enforcement doesn't know what's going on. They asked us if we knew anything. Residents in nearby Cloudcroft are just as puzzled.
New law enforcement went out there recently for some sort of incident regarding the United States government, I guess is what I heard. Like I said, what I know is just rumors that are going around town.
Nothing really happens up here very much, and since nobody knows, it could be almost anything.
13-year-old Montana Peterson says one of his friends who lives near the observatory was evacuated.
He just said there was he said FBI, a lot of law enforcement went up there, and everybody had to get out.
A post office near the observatory has also been closed.
Right now, what we're told is that they've temporarily evacuated the area. So we haven't been told why or when that expires.
Residents also say they saw helicopters flying over the observatory on Thursday.
As locals, I feel like we should know what's going on around us.
I reached out to the regional FBI office in Albuquerque to see if I could get some answers, but I still have not heard back. We will, of course, let you know as soon as we get...
In 1936, an unidentified flying object crashed in Germany's Black Forest. Wingless, disc-like, and stronger than any man-made competition, it confounded all scientific analysis. Elite physicists from the SS Technical Branch were tasked with recreating the mystery aircraft. In 1939, the Halnabu disc was born. But did the Nazis really use alien technology? The Halnabu project was purportedly led by the Thule Society. Hitler is said to have joined the Thule Society in 1919. A secret occultist brotherhood, the society was named after a vanished civilization alleged to be the progenitors of the Aryan race. Society members said they used telepathy to connect with its inhabitants and amass supernatural energies. Hitler's biographer Ian Kershaw writes that the membership list reads like a who's who of early Nazi sympathizers. Rudolf Hess, Heinrich Himmler, and Hans Frank were all Thule Society members who rose quickly within the Nazi Party, bringing occult beliefs in ancient technologies with them. The Thule Society was rumored to have a secret base in the Antarctic, and this is where the Halnabu disc was developed. Surprisingly, this notion isn't as far-fetched as it sounds. In 1939, a Nazi expedition arrived in this part of Antarctica with classified plans to establish a German military base. In 2001, a roving satellite allegedly captured evidence of huge man-made structures miles beneath the ice. When the images surfaced, US military closed the area. The images cannot be seen on Google Earth. Historians Colin Summerhays and Peter Beeching write that the start of World War II, soon after this initial expedition to the Antarctic, meant this vision of a military base under the ice was never fully realized. But journalist Ladislas Jabo, writing for the Argentine newspaper La Critica, claimed Hitler fled to the base to develop military capabilities to win a future battle. It was rumored that these capabilities were guided by higher knowledge supplied by ancient aliens. Contemporary media reports suggested that the aliens were working with the Nazis at the base, building liquid propellant rockets, anti-gravity discs, and stealth aircraft. Researcher Goodrich Clark writes that scientists at the base were also developing plans for a super-advanced civilization. Admiral Dönitz, a senior German naval commander, revealed at the Nuremberg trials that the Nazis had built an invulnerable fortress, a paradise-like oasis in the middle of eternal ice. This chimed with reports of a supernatural Nazi arsenal that endured throughout the war. The most controversial of these weapons was a rumored UFO fleet, retro-engineered from the 1936 alien crash in the Black Forest. With supersonic capabilities, the Haunebu was the world's first flying saucer. Jan van Helsing writes that scientists used psychic information from the Thule Society to create an aircraft that could travel at speeds of up to 12,000 kilometers an hour. During the Second World War, Air Force pilots spotted unidentified flying objects on numerous occasions. Reports described them as spinning balls of fire that followed fighter jets but never attacked. British Royal Air Force veteran Andrew Ambrose wrote that when tracked, these aircraft would radically change speed or disappear, making them impossible to follow. Allied pilots called them Foo Fighters. So, were the Nazis in touch with an ancient alien civilization? Did they build a secret military base in Antarctica for developing alien technologies? Well, claims of a secret military base are most closely associated with neo-Nazi conspiracists, such as writer H. Stevens, who look to shore up their own ideological motives for white supremacism. There is little evidence that an Antarctic base ever existed, or that the Haunebu project is anything more than fiction. Likewise, there is no hard evidence that many leading Nazis were ever members of the Thule Society, least of all Hitler. So, despite some historical mysteries like numerous Foo Fighter sightings and disappearing satellite imaging of Antarctica remaining unsolved, until more solid evidence for this theory emerges, there's little reason to fear resurgent Nazis armed with alien technology.
You know, there's a reason why I'm doing this video on this observatory. I wasn't going to, but then, something just told me to go ahead and do this. I want to read to you a scripture from the book of Job. It says, "The earth takes shape like clay under a seal. Its features stand out like those of a garment." Well, I want to show you what a seal looks like. Now, I know a lot of people that do not believe in flat earth. I was one of them. Then I started doing a lot of research, and I mean a lot of research on this. And from what I have came up with, and from what the Bible says, I am a complete flat earther now. When a lot of Christians say, "Oh no, it's a globe, it's a globe, it's a globe." Well, how can you say that when the Bible doesn't say it's a globe? The Bible tells you what it looks like. And from what I understand, it looks like this. It looks like a seal. But I also want to show you guys just these videos of where Bill Nye is saying that the earth is a closed earth system and we can't leave, and NASA's saying that we can't leave low earth orbit or none of that. Well, of course we can't, because the Bible also states about the firmament dividing the waters from the waters. So if there is a God, then there's a firmament, because God said that there's a firmament. So, and firmament means solid. It means solid. Look it up. It means solid. It does not mean some invisible, non-solid thing. It actually means solid. So, yes, I believe there is a dome over us. And yes, I believe that that is the firmament. But anyway, I wanted to talk about this. With them closing the observatory down. Well, with them doing that, and with, they have been pushing on us this alien narrative for years. For years. Ever since I can remember, they have been pushing this alien narrative on us. And it is just ridiculous. It's, if we believe in the globe and all these other planets out there, then there's a possibility for aliens. But if we believe in flat earth like the Bible states, then with the closed earth, with the firmament, then there cannot be a possibility of aliens. But I do believe that they are going to do a fake alien invasion. Now, we all know the Freemasons, the Nazis, whatever you want to call them, I don't care. It don't matter to me. They're the synagogue of Satan. So I believe that they are behind this, and they are going to be doing a fake alien invasion. But it will probably be of the robots that will look real. And all this and that, I was talking to my daughter earlier today, and we was talking about how in the movie Independence Day, how they started blowing up the cities. These UFOs did. You remember that? How the line came down and they just started blowing up the cities. Well, ironically, David Rockefeller, he said that we are on the verge of a global transformation. All we need is the right major crisis, and the nations will accept the New World Order. So they are going to try to do a fake alien invasion. They're going to be sending bombs off, nukes off, and all this crap, but they're going to know exactly what is going on. The masses are going to go crazy and everything else, and they will actually believe that these are real aliens. It is a lie. It is a lie. Lying signs and wonders. That's exactly what it is. I just hope that, people wake up and realize what is going on. And I see so many people still that are just clueless to things. And I don't know. I'm just worried about a lot of these teenagers out here. They think they know it all. They think whatever. And, they will be the first ones when they say, oh, well, you can't die if you take this chip or blah, 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 blah. These young teens that think they know everything, they will just jump right on top of this and go do it. It's so sad. It really is. It really is. But, I just wanted to put this together for y'all, and I wanted to see what y'all thought about this observatory, because I just found it odd that they shut it down and everything. But I also know that, you know, the Nazis have been working on UFOs for a long time. So in the video of that UFO on the aircraft carrier, people are saying it's fake. Well, I don't know if it is. I don't know if it isn't. But I'll tell you this. I know that the Nazis had UFOs way back in the day. I know they did. So, you know, and I know that they are going to do a alien invasion. But it will be the Freemasonic Brotherhood, the Synagogue of Satan, that's behind it. Alright, guys, let me know what you think, because, you know, I like to hear from y'all.
Going back in over 45 years. And the fact that NASA has repeatedly admitted that we can't go past low Earth orbit.
This next generation spacecraft will enable America to explore beyond low Earth orbit.
We must solve these challenges before we send people through this region of space.
Right now, we only can fly in Earth orbit. That's the farthest that we can go.
The kinds of technologies that we're testing out on space station are definitely helping us with our goals of going beyond low Earth orbit.
Early in the next decade, a set of crewed flights will test and prove the systems required for exploration beyond low Earth orbit.
Isn't the slightest bit worth worrying about. And by
the plan that NASA has is to build a rocket called SLS, which is a heavy lift rocket. It's something that is much bigger than what we have today, and it will be able to launch the Orion capsule with humans on board, as well as landers or other components to destinations beyond Earth orbit. Right now, we only can fly in Earth orbit. That's the farthest that we can go. And this new system that we're building is going to allow us to go beyond and hopefully take humans into the solar system to explore. So the moon, Mars, asteroids, there's a lot of destinations that we could go to.
Now, one thing I really want your generation to embrace is that the Earth is a closed system. We cannot leave the Earth. There's no place to go.